Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. Here we have an equation that is x times kx negative 56 equals to negative 16. In the given equation, k is an integer constant. If the equation has no real solution, what is the least possible value of k? Okay, in the given equation on the left side, we have x times kx negative 56. If I distribute this x to this kx, I am getting kx square. So clearly, it's a quadratic equation. Okay, now let me write this quadratic equation in standard form. That is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. Okay, let me write the given equation as it is. That is x times kx negative 56 equals to negative 16. Okay, now let me distribute this x to this kx. That is when I multiply this x and kx, I am getting kx square. And when I distribute this x to negative 56, I am getting negative 56x equals to negative 16. Okay, now let me add 16 to both sides to get the quadratic equation in standard form. That is this negative 16 positive 16 will cancel out. I am getting kx square negative 56x positive 16 equals to 0. Okay, now I got the equation, given quadratic equation standard form, that is ax square positive bx positive c equals to 0. Okay, comparing this and this, what value do I get for a? So for a, I am getting k, that is the coefficient of x square, and b is the coefficient of x. Here the coefficient of x is negative 56. Then I'm getting b equals to negative 56, and c is the constant term. Here the constant is 16. Okay, so if the quadratic equation has no real solution, then the value of the discriminant b square negative 4ac must be less than 0. Since the given equation, actually the given equation is a quadratic equation, since it has no real solution, so the value of this discriminant b square negative 4ac for this quadratic equation must be less than 0. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to plug in this negative 56 for b over here, and this k for a over here, and 16 for c over here. Okay, now let me do it. So that is negative 56 the whole square. Then we have negative 4 times the value of a is k, and the value of c is 16 less than 0. Okay, now let me get the value of negative 56 the whole square. Okay, when we square a negative value, it will be positive. When I find 56 square, its value is 3136 negative. 4 times 16 is 64. 64k, actually 4 times k times 16 is 64k less than 0. Okay, now let me subtract 3136 from both sides. My aim is to solve for k. So when I do so, this positive value, negative value will cancel out. I'm getting negative 64k less than negative 3136. Okay, now let me divide both sides of this equation by negative 64 to get rid of this negative 64 multiplied by k. Okay, let me divide the left side stuff by negative 64 and the right side stuff by negative 64. Okay, in an inequality, whenever I multiply or divide both sides of the inequality with the same negative number, I have to flip this inequality sign. So here is less than. When I divide both sides of this inequality by the same negative number, negative 64, it will become greater than. That is here greater than. So here negative 64 will cancel. I'm getting k greater than. So this negative will cancel out. When I divide this 3136 by 64, I am getting 49. Okay, according to the question, we have to find the least possible value of k. That is, we have to get the smallest value of k. So here we get the result k has to be greater than 49. And also one more important thing we have to notice in the question, that is k is an integer constant. Okay, so k has to be greater than 49, and also k has to be an integer, means the possible integer values for k are 50, 51, 52, all these are all the possible integer values we have for k, with the condition k greater than 49. But our aim is to get the least possible value of k. So among these values, the least value is 50. Therefore, the least possible value of k is 50.